So generally, in case of lightning component, generally whatever the flow which we have, whatever the component is required, what's the lightning component bundle. So what is Aura? Why do you use Aura? So all these things will we are going to cover in this session. That is on a high level flow, not in depth, but yes. So let's say in the lightning component. So one thing is that like there is a apex class, like apex class is required, that is required in case of lightning component if you want to call some server side functionality. Let's say if without apex class I'm not using apex class, so what is the flow of lightning component? So first we'll have a controller method, controller that is javascript controller, javascript controller, that is our lightning component, that is lightning component. Okay, and one more thing, we have JS helper. This is JavaScript helper. Okay, so what generally we do? So we call the JavaScript helper method to helper method to JavaScript controller, and that JavaScript controller we call in generally Lightning component. So let me just open my notepad and we'll explain there. Sorry. And so generally what happened in the real time. So let's say we have first we have this helper. This is my JavaScript controller. This is my this is my lightning component, and this is my CSS and something like this. So if I'll give the name of this is my JS helper. So sorry, this is my JS helper. This is my JS controller, and this is my HTML light. This is JavaScript. This is my HTML Aura component. This is my HTML Aura component, and this is my, we can say, style where we write the CSS. Right. So these are the things. So generally, how do we use and what's the flow of this? All these things are. Let's say we have this is JS helper. This JS helper. So let's say we have created one. This is also a controller. This is one kind of controller. This is also a controller. Generally, what do we do? So that is my helper. In this helper, so whatever logic I'm writing here, let's say this is my logic. Okay, this is my method and this is my logic. So again we'll create one more method here in the JS controller. So we have this method, whatever this method we written here, we'll call this method in the JS controller. The JS controller, let's say this is a helper method, we are calling helper method in the controller. So this is my like parent method, this is my child method, like we are calling this method inside this method. So again, so what we will do here, let's say what we want. So once we call this method, then some function should be happen. So let's say on click, on click or on press, something should be happen. So what will I do? So let's say this is my one line of code, that is my on click or some button or something else I'm creating on the HTML side. This let's say name of this is ABC. This method is ABC. So that ABC I will call in the on click of this button. So once I will call this button, then it will be first it will be called to my JS controller method, then it will call to JS helper method. And again, what is the use of CSS style is CSS generally used for designing purpose to make your code, make your UI beautify. Let's say if you want some margin, some gap, some color change and something like this, so that CSS will directly will implement in the like HTML side only. So here question is, so why do we use JS helper? So why can't we use JS controller directly? What is the use of that? If you want to avoid this one, is it possible? Yes, This is possible if you want to, if you don't want to take like JS helper, that is not required. But yes, if you will take JS controller, that is required. That is required because in case of JS helper, so why we are using, why we are calling extra things here, the reason behind this is let's say you have Apex trigger. If you are aware from the trigger background, some classic trigger background, so we have JS trigger, and in JS trigger we are using a helper class. So why do we use helper class in the trigger? Because to make a less complexity code should be written in the trigger. So all the complex logic should be moved to the helper class. That helper class method will generally call in the trigger side, whatever the method of Apex class which do we have. So same thing, like all the complex logic, you can consider this is like a trigger. This is not a trigger, but it's like a trigger. Whatever complex logic which we written in the JS controller should be moved to JS helper, and all the JS helper logic will run we directly will run in the HTML body through JS controller. Like follow JS helper will call in the JS controller will call in HTML body. So let's say these are the functionality, but some functionality is saying like we need to fetch the data from the database. Generally, without using Apex class, that will be difficult for us. Apart from LDS, we have Lightning Data Service, LDS. So LDS will tell you what is LDS and all. So that is Lightning Data Service. And apart from Lightning Data Service, which we have, like a client is saying, I don't want to use LDS, so I just want to call create some on the behalf of some certain conditions. I want to create some records after clicking on some button and something, this kind of functionality which we have. So similarly, what will I do here? I will create one Apex class. In this Apex class. So generally, I will create one Apex class here. Generally, we always say this is my server side controller. Server side controller, usually we say it's a JS controller, it's a client side controller. So this is also client side, this is also client side. This is HTML. This is UI framework. We can say it's a UI framework. This is my UI framework, and this is my styling sheet. Okay, so this is my server side controller. This is my JS helper. Okay, it's a client side, it's a UI framework. So this server side control, if you want to pass some number of records, some data like this, so we'll pass the records from some SOPL and all. If you'll write some SOPLs and all, if you are not writing SOPL, then we cannot directly fetch the data from the JavaScript controller. So that is mandatory to fetch the records from the database. Then we have to use the Apex controller only. If this Apex controller we are using, then we need to call. Then what is a calling process for this? Let me tell you the calling process. Let's say we have some Apex method. Apex method should be annotated with @aura enabled. @aura enabled. Method should be like this, and it should be like this: public static void, whatever the method name. Okay, whatever you want to like. So similarly, so this is my aura method, and it should be static. That same aura method I will use in the like this method. Let's say name of this method is ABC, something like this. Method name is ABC. So this ABC method, and this is my this is my method is, it's a server side. So I will say it's a S1. It's a client side. We say will say this method name is C1, client side, and this method name will say it's a C2. Okay, finally we'll call in the HTML side. You can say it's a H1 HTML side. So this S1 method, so whatever, so 1 second, so C2 should be outside. This is H1. So what's the flow is now? Flow is, so whatever S1 we have here, so that 1 second, that S1 will call inside the C1. C1 will call inside the C2. C2 will call inside the H1. So let's say, so what will be happen here? So inside the C1 we are calling S1. Here we have, if we indirectly will say S1 functionality is also S1 functionality is also there. Is a, this one we can say this is my C1. Inside this we have S1, and here we have H1, then C2, then C1, and inside this S1. So you are understanding what I'm saying. Like if you want to call Apex class method in the Lightning component, so what's the flow is? Directly we cannot call. What's the flow is? First you will call that method inside the JavaScript method. This like, or this is a method name you will call inside the method name, you will call inside the JavaScript helper, and JavaScript helper method you will call in the JavaScript controller method. The JavaScript controller method you will call in the on click of your HTML framework, like UI framework. Okay, that's the flow. And whatever the name of the Apex class, let's say my class name is let's say calculator controller, calculator lightning controller, something like this. This is my Apex class name. So if this is my Apex class name, okay, so whatever. So if this is my Apex class name, then what will I do here? So I will call this method, this Apex class name directly in HTML side. Method flow is like this. Method flow is like this, but our Apex class flow is directly in HTML side. You are getting it or not? What I'm trying to explain.
Yes, I am getting. You can get carry.
Lakshmi?
Yes. Yes, I'm getting.
Okay, great. So in this scenario, so this is my high level scenario which generally we do use. So so now let me just show you how to create a Lightning component and what's the required thing to perform here. So generally, yes.
Hello. Yeah, we create Apex class while we fetching the records from server side. Means while we creating a Lightning lead component or account component, in that scenario only we use Apex class, no?
Whatever things, like if we are discussing about our database, if we are discussing about not even fetching,
that's what I am saying. Yeah, that's what. Suppose I want to fetch the lead details. So in that scenario,
we use the Apex class. And apart from this, we have LDS as well, Lightning Data Service. But some scenario with the use of LDS, we don't need to use Apex class. In LDS, Lightning Data Service, directly we can use the data, we can perform, and we can do lots of things. Like it's a standard controller, like in Visual Force page, we have a standard controller. This is also a standard controller. So one more thing is, important thing is, so LDS, or let's say your OWD is private. OWD is private, you know, or if OWD is private, only owner of the records can see, visible to see their own records. Any other record they won't be able to see. But my OWD is private. So can all, if I'm using LDS, can all the user will be able to see the records or not in case of LDS? Like it run in the system mode or user mode? It always run in the user mode only, LDS, not in system mode. Okay. So now I'm going to create this is very developer console. This is my developer console.
Can you explain in Lightning, Salesforce Lightning?
No, I'm not
Lightning
creating. No, I'm not creating anything here. Even I am not going to create anything. I'm just opening a developer console. Developer console UI is same in Lightning and Classic.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me show you here guys only. So this component, which this all component is already created. So this is a component lightning. So let me just, oh, sorry, send it. Oh no, not this one. What is this? Because it is different. Yes, yes. So send an email.
But can you do example on lead or any contact in the same?
No, we are not going to retrieve the reports now. I'm just telling you the flow only. Like not my not intention is not to show that thing only. But one second.
Because
The lightning component or Aura component we will do in developer console only. You guys will
No,
not use
no,
VS Code.
VS Code also we can use. This we also can use VS Code. We also can do directly from we directly can use a
Developer console.
developer console. I think that was my different work, I guess. And that was my different, whatever I'm looking for. That is my different. Okay. So no worries. So let me just create a lightning component from here. So where is my lightning component? So in this lightning component, so if I'm saying I demo component. So all these things is saying like whatever the things is there. So all these things is saying where we are going to use this component. If I'm not clicking like I'm not making it true and I'm submitting this component, so what will happen generally? What will happen? So hello. Yeah. So where we want to deploy this component, where we want to use, if I'm making it true, it means we are deploying this, like we want to use, we can use this component, the lightning tab we can create. If you're using a lightning phase, then we can use this one. So let me just make it check, let me make it true. And so let me submit this one. So what will be happen here? So that would be like implement as a app post table. So we can use this app in the app or tab. So generally this is my lightning HTML code. This is a HTML UI framework as I explained here. So first I'm creating this one. So now I don't need to create and this one and this one. This will automatically this will also be automatically created in the right side. So controller is this one, method is automatically created. Helper is this one is also already automatically created. So this is my style. So whatever styles I created here, so that is, so apart from this you don't need to take care of all these things. So there is very rare chances which we will use all these things, but yeah, these four are very important. So this is like you for your UI like designing purpose and all. So this is my component. So all these things now, apart from this, what's the remaining is Apex class. So we'll use Apex class as well. Let's first understand the logic in this one. So let's do one thing. Let's create some of the little like high level lightning component and let's display the result. So I'm saying hi. Yes.
Force.app hostable means we
So
are
that is
implementing.
that is coming from as you know, like if we are creating a new Lightning component, let me show you. If I'm going to create new Lightning component 1, and all these things
Okay.
I'm making it true, this is coming from there. Like if I want to deploy, if I want to use that thing in the tab only, so that is app hostable. If I want to use on Lightning page, record page, so that you can see the difference now. You will be able to see lots of things here. See, app hostable, flex page available for all record pages on the record home. But the same things I created there and here, but difference is I just check that checkbox is true, all the checkboxes. So it means we can use all these things on the. Just check. One second. One second. Sorry. So yeah, so क्या करते थे हम लोग?
Amarjit,
हाँ,
if we are doing in developer console Lightning component,
mhm.
we will implement in Ara by using.
हाँ, Aura we can do, LWC we cannot do. LWC we have to do in the VS Code only. We don't have any other option.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Lightning Web component, we don't get any option in in the sales anywhere. We don't get it. We'll get in the VS Code only. Okay, but Aura component we can.
Afterwards, yeah, afterwards you can explain in VS Code because we are using VS Code only.
Okay, no worry.
Okay.
So that's the same thing. There is no difference. It's a not even 1% difference. That there is, let's say, code is there. Like here, you can check the some syntax error, something like, let's say, is a component. Let's say there is small mistakes I'm doing here. So same thing. It is displaying the error message. So, but in VS Code, it will throw error message while deploying the component. That's the difference only. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here, so let's say this is I'm writing hi Amarjit. So where will I see this result? Where will I check this result? So what will I do here? So I'll go to Lightning Experience. And I can create one application as well if I want to check result. So if I want to call this component, this is my component name, my component, my demo component. If I want to call this one here, so how will I call it? C colon method, sorry, component name, like this. So now I can preview the component. I can check the result. See, it is saying hi, I am Amarjit. Okay, so similarly, whatever we are adding here, so that will be reflected there automatically. So now what we have to do here, so we'll go to quick find book. My component here, so it's a my demo component, something like this we can say. The same demo component, so I can if even every time I don't need to go to Lightning app, so I can go to my demo component and I can check the result here directly. It's my Lightning component. This is my Lightning component. Okay, so same way like it is showing hi my light. This is my lightning my name is Amarjit. I am Amarjit. So similarly, if you want to display some result here and some user some values here, if you want to ask something here, so same way we can do it. So even apart from this, so we if we want to create some variables, if you want to call something here, so same thing we can like. Set from so how what's the flow of variables here is, so we have to create attribute here. We have to create attribute in lightning component, so that attribute is behaving as a like it behave as a name, means it behave as a variable. So I can say it's a str name, the type is string. Okay, the type is string. So this attribute I created here, it means this is my variable name. If I want to call this, if I'm using some lightning like lightning input here, it's a like a in the Visual Force which if we'll compare, that is my lightning in lightning component, it's a lightning input. Over there we have input text, okay, input field, something like this. So if you're using some lightning input, and in the lightning input if you're passing some of the value like let's say whatever str I'm passing here, and default I'm passing here I am achieved, sorry. So now lightning component, lightning input, I'm using value. Value is, we can say it's a v dot. So that's a variable. So we'll say v dot this value. Sorry, the v dot this value. Okay, so similar something like this we can do it, and we can display the result. So whatever the value, whatever the things which we have here, so we'll go there and we'll check whether we have input high emergent we are getting or not. So this high emergent we are getting here. Okay, so that is my default variable which we are created here. So whatever things we want to achieve, something like this. Similarly, so we can create some controller here, and directly controller one-to-one communication. We don't want to use helper. Okay, directly if I will use some controller here. That controller, what will I do here? So I will create some of the methods. So let's say variable name. In this variable name, if I want to pass some value here, let's say I'm passing more v is equal to something like, let's see, or v equal to um, something like this. Welcome to this variable I created here. So similarly, whatever I'm creating here, so same way, if I want to pass some events and something like this, so we are passing component event and helper. So if I'm using some events here, so here we are not using any helper, because here we are using, because helper class we directly can use this one. Event means it's a standard on, change on, click, and this kind of events. So if I want to use some events here, so and this one, so in what can we do here? V dot uh, v dot. So in case of this, we can set v is equal to 1 second. And just let me just check the syntax here. Should just 1 second. Actually, my charger is not working, so it is about to switch off. दूसरा charger देखना चाहिए. ये देख लेते हैं यार. टेक्निक यही लगा लेते हैं. चलो देख ले वाला कर. एक मिनट. साउंड अब भी नहीं कर रहा है यार ये. मुझे लैपटॉप को पोर्ट में प्रॉब्लम है. हाँ हो जाएगा रास्ता. लाइट तो आ रहा है भाई. ये क्लास भी कंप्लीट नहीं हुई है. अरे वैसे भी 3 मिनट बचे हुए हैं. मुझे लग रहा है इसके पोर्ट में प्रॉब्लम है ना. कहाँ आ गया? पोर्ट में प्रॉब्लम आ गया. अच्छा मैं तो बैटरी आई. शिट. ड्राइवर का तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा ना. ठीक है. लाइट तो आ रही है. लगाया आएगा जी ना लाइट से. वाइट वाला. हाँ भाई प्रॉब्लम लगती है मुझे. इसमें थोड़ा यहाँ पे कम भी करते हैं. Actually, my laptop has some problem, so we'll start tomorrow. So whatever the things is, okay. So वो भी आ जाएगा तब तक.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, bye.